Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay back at it again, and today we got the best anime world to live in. You already know what the deal is, man. So shout out to Kumo Bear for making this video. 100K by the end of the year. And without further ado, let's get started.
Over the last few months, I have covered Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto pretty extensively, and today I'm here to answer a question that nobody asked, which is, which one of those worlds would I rather live in? Now, at first, I thought this was gonna...
That depends on a lot of stuff, because these worlds are very big, and I've obviously seen all these shows, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I got all the ball knowledge I need, but if I was gonna choose one off rip, that's tough. Because early on, if I was just watching the show, I probably would have said One Piece. Right? I would have probably said One Piece. Like, oh, One Piece, pretty decent world to live in. You know, you can just live on an island. But at the same time, One Piece world, the more we watch it, the more, like, dystopian it becomes. So it's also like, damn, a lot of these dudes is like they fucked up on some real shit. So it's like, I don't even want to go there no more. But at the same time, it's like Naruto, you got all the wars. Dragon Ball, you're guaranteed to die at least twice. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot. Let's just assume for the sake of this, you're going on Earth. You're living on Earth to make this easier, you feel me?
Gonna be a pretty easy answer, but the more I thought about it, I was like, damn, all of these worlds are just kind of awful to live in. Like, some truly heinous shit goes on in every one of these, you know? Like, let's start with Naruto. There's 4 Great Ninja Wards. If you're a Jinchuriki, you're basically discriminated against for your entire life. Had to get some of my protein real quick, but yeah, bro, Naruto world is not fun. A lot of things that would be awesome about living in the world of Naruto that I'm gonna get to in a minute, but like, also, I would be a child soldier, which doesn't
They be having dudes who are 5 years old in the field. Motherfucker, they not even old enough to you know what I'm saying, drive. They are not old enough to drive. Hell, they're not even old enough to be in 6th grade, and yet they got them boys on the field trying to kill people, bro.
Particularly fun. I mean, of course, I could just be a normal civilian, but like, I don't know what would be the point of that. I'd basically just be living the life I do now, just without technology. Chances are I'm just gonna be a child soldier that dies on the mission. Hell, I might even die before becoming a...
Yeah, that's if, because you might not even be Kakashi. Kakashi cold. Itachi was cold as a youngin. You might be one of them fodder shinobi that get beat by a 12-year-old, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If you imagine, like, it's cool when Naruto beats up a dude because it's his story. It's like, yeah, good shit. But imagine being a grown-ass man, guy in the pay bills, you get whooped by a 12-year-old in an orange jumpsuit. You just gotta, I ain't gonna lie, after that, your career is over. Just go home. Go home after that.
Ninja exams alone will probably kill me. I might get lucky and be born in a good clan like the Uchiha or Hyuga, but even then, I'm probably just...
You better leave. If you were born in Uchiha, you better get the fuck out, go rogue, before some shit happen to your boy. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna be fighting my whole life until I die, and I would be doing it for basically no reason. Again, they don't even have technology. I couldn't even spend my hard-earned money on anything. Like, I'm not about to risk my life in war just so I can buy some new sandals, bro. Like, nah. And you gotta be careful not to make a name for yourself or be too good at your job, because if you become too famous, they might reanimate your ass and make you fight against your friends as a puppet in the next war. And you better hope you never run into Itachi or some other Uchiha that puts you in some 200-year-long genjutsu of eternal pain and suffering. So there is a lot of downsides of living in the Naruto world. 100%, that shit would kind of suck. However, like I said, there are some upsides, which are, it will be really fucking cool. Like, you would have so much sauce, bro. Just imagine. Bro,
I mean, that's a lot of shows. Like, if you're cold, you got sauce. If you in Naruto, you like Itachi saucy, Kakashi saucy. Naruto has levels of sauce. Like, if you get cold, bro, I ain't gonna lie, the number one strat is to probably lead the leaf. Try to train under somebody cold and just be that dude, bro. That's your strat, bro. But if you want to be the coldest, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you either have to have some special eyes or Jinchuriki or some crazy genetics to be that dude, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro.
Imagine walking on water, running on walls, shooting fire out of your mouth, summoning this fucking frog mafia boss. It would just be so cool. And if you get the right clothes, you could actually get some good drift. Like, you could actually make the sandals work. So that if my whole family got murdered, at least I got that shit on, you know? If I could just get like a drop of the aura Sasuke had when he was out here killing a bunch
Glaze
of people like Deidara, Orochimaru, Danzo, then it would...
I mean, to be fair, Sasuke was that dude. I ain't gonna nah, Sasuke was on a run, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga was cold, bro.
It would be kind of worth it, I'm not gonna lie. Another upside will probably just be in the more quiet mode.
Like, this is drip. This is like, you sauced it out. This is Shikamaru after Ozma died, if I'm not mistaken. This is drip. I'm wearing the black sandals, I'm wearing this. You put like an Akatsuki robe over this, or like a, like one of them like little cloak. I ain't gonna lie. You clean, you dripped out. Oh shit, the volume on my nigga?
Or in fighting in Naruto, there is such a massive contrast when we see the off days of the main characters when they're just chilling in the village. As we see from the characters in the story, the people who fight together grow a deep bond that I'm sure can only be obtained by experiencing near death together. These are the people you end up fighting for and training your hardest for.
I too have a lot to protect, so I can't fail.
But of course, you'd probably still die a gruesome death.
And they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
No, you wild, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That might be a lot of y'all niggas. Yeah, like, yeah, bro. Let's get in the field, man. Come on, let's go on a mission. Nigga immediately stepped on a landmine, bro. Hell nah, bro. Oh yeah, but Naruto, it's a lot of, these worlds are so big and vast that it depends on what you are. If you're obviously the coldest dude, yes, fun. But that goes for a lot of stuff. Like One Piece looks really cool. One Piece is really like, know what I'm saying? I'm in the One Piece verse, we going crazy, we chilling. Until you realize that there's mass slavery and extermination going on. It's like, this is not fun no more. But if you're the coldest in One Piece, you gonna have drip, bro.
Similar to Naruto. It sounds like it'd be fun at first, but then you remember all the fucked up and twisted shit that happens to people there, and it's just like, damn, y'all really live like this? I mean, there is like a 99% chance that you have the most tragic backstory.
Bro, One Piece niggas always have a tragic backstory, bro. If there's one anime where niggas gotta have a tragic backstory, it's One Piece, bro. Brook, Robin, Fisher Tiger, Nami, Sanji. Every one of these characters has gotten hoed severely, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Of all time, where you get forced to murder everyone you've ever loved and sell your soul to a demon or some shit. I feel like literally every single character in One Piece has the most depressing and sad life of all time. And the worst part is, no matter who you are, you're gonna be in danger. If you're a pirate, you're gonna have to fight both rival.
If you're a pirate, you better be the coldest nigga on the planet. I ain't gonna lie. My number one thing in One Piece, number one, let's say I'm spawning in, I gotta get a cold ass devil fruit, bro. My number one order of business is to, you know what I'm saying, be cold, bro. Like, I gotta be that dude. Like, I gotta be him. I'm gonna be my own. I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna just travel the seasons like a nomad type shit. Like, I'm gonna get the Enel devil fruit, cause that fruit is cold. You get that fruit, you Gucci. You clean out all the fodder with that fruit. You learn hockey, right? Go to Sabaody, seek teachings from Rayleigh, and promise him like, yo, bro, I got some hoes, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you some, you know what I'm saying, the baddies and all that. You get trained under Rayleigh, you get hockey, right? You train under him for at least 3 years. You gotta make sure your hockey on point, right? And let's say, you know, I'm that dude, I got conquerors, right? You could be cold. Like, look at Luffy. Luffy went from a nobody to one of the most infamous pirates in the entire show in like 3 years. Less than 3 years, actually. You can do the same thing in 5 years if you just locked in on your mission. I ain't gonna cap.
Pirates and the Navy got some crazy weapons, lasers, explosions. If any mildly high-ranking Marine person pulls up on your crew, you're gonna have a hard time. And if you're a Marine, you're probably just gonna be used as fodder against some crazy strong pirate crew. Like, they'll probably just send you out there, and before you know it, you'll take a gun pistol to the face. And even if you're a civilian, you are not safe whatsoever.
Bro, I'm not being a civilian in One Piece, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Pirates will just pull up to your village, raid, rape, and pillage. I'm not going through that, bro. Absolutely not.
Celestial dragon might take your ass as a slave, and
that's why I'm getting power, bro. I'd rather just die in the field than ever be one of these niggas slaves. Absolutely. I'd rather die to a Navy officer like Garp or some shit than ever be one of these niggas slaves. I'm not going for that, bro. I refuse to be a civilian and then the celestial dragons pull up, look at my girl and be like, I want you. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Unless you were like a Yonko level, or like high admiral tier, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing. They basically live on creative mode.
Off in some way, they might just nuke your whole village, or worse, they might just nuke your whole country. Pirates are gonna kill you, the Navy will probably kill you for whatever reason. At best, some corrupt marine officer will take advantage of you and your village by taking all your money and abusing you. That's like the best case scenario. So yeah, it would just kind of suck no matter what I do. However, what if I'm built different? Like, first I gotta survive my tragic backstory where my dog holds me at gunpoint and forces me to kill my family or some shit, and it turns out my dog was actually a government spy the whole time. Then I gotta get myself a crew, about 10 men will be enough, but it needs to be people that I know won't betray me. Then I get a good devil fruit, get a sick bow, and after that we'd be good to go. It will be smooth sailing, we will be thriving. I don't know, that's probably what it'd have to be, because again, I'm not gonna be a normal ass civilian getting absolutely abused, and there's no chance I'm gonna be a marine. So a pirate would honestly be the most appealing, especially because I will be able to feel one of my favorite aspects of One Piece, which is freedom. In One Piece, freedom is everything. You get to choose your path no matter what it is.
Trying to be free, bro. This nigga Ace was so cold. Like, this nigga really chose the worst boat option for no reason. Like, that's crazy.
How dangerous it is, and no matter if people tell you it's impossible.
Up, nigga.
When I talked about Naruto, I mentioned that there wouldn't really be any goal. You would just be serving your country because the world of Naruto is so patriotic. But with One Piece, you get to be the captain of your own ship. You get to decide exactly what your goal is, what your dream is, and no one can stop you from following it aside from yourself. And even if you die along the way, you'll die on your own terms, doing what you like. And you don't have to be a captain, just look at all the other Straw Hat members. Even though they all follow Luffy, every single one of them has a dream that they try to achieve. And there are
I mean, that's just because Luffy's a real one. That's because Luffy... Well, Luffy is like one of the most W-man characters. I know Bucket Hat Splash talked about this in his Luffy video, but he's one of the most W-man characters I've ever seen in your life. You feed that nigga some Burger King, you feed that boy some canes, and he will quite literally go to war for you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Things in One Piece that you can go out and do. You could explore islands, find hidden treasures and relics, hunt down the best devil fruits for your crew. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. But you'd probably end up dying the most gruesome death ever. As for Dragon Ball, the downside should be pretty obvious. A dinosaur
the city gets destroyed. Oh yeah, the dinosaurs is running about, all that shit.
Goku sneezing would probably cause a magnitude 5 earthquake, and the whole planet would probably explode every other year or so. I mean, just look at the Buu arc. This dude was killing everyone in the most disrespectful ways possible. There was like a new terror attack every hour, dude. Although I'm not gonna lie, dying in Dragon Ball is like low-key not even that bad. Like, it's actually pretty chill up there aside from the long ass line.
I mean, if you're a decent dude and you're a good person, especially if you're a good person and a martial artist, you can skip most of the lines. Like Goku quite literally skipped the line. Goku in the other world can basically he's basically on free game. Like, he does what he pleases because he was that much of a real one in his current life, bro.
Plus, they're gonna wish you back pretty quickly anyway, so it's more like a short vacation. I mean, Goku literally offered to wish his grandpa back, and his grandpa was like, nah, bro, I'm chilling.
Nah, bro, I'm chilling, bro. I got a bad bit too. We chilling,
up here. I don't want to go back. And of course, there are tons of perks about the Dragon Ball world. Like, imagine being able to fly. Imagine being able to shoot a Kamehameha. I know every Dragon Ball fan watching this right now has tried to do one IRL several times.
I tried to go Kaioken, Super Saiyan, and Kamehameha. If you haven't done either of those, you don't have a childhood, my nigga.
Imagine doing one and it actually working. Now Now the issue is, being like an actual strong fighter, that shit would suck. Because if you're actually strong like Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan are, you're basically obligated to show up every Sunday to fight the next supervillain that's attacking Earth. And all of a sudden you have to fight one of the most important battles in history where the universe's survival rests on your shoulders. Like, no thank you, bro, I'm good on that. But honestly, that's
I'm good on that, nigga. No, I'm trying to be there, nigga. That's what real ones do. Nah, but I'd rather be strong than weak, bro. Even if being strong comes with repercussions, I'd rather do that shit. Okay, at least I have power to defend myself.
Because to me, Dragon Ball isn't about being the strongest. It's about always improving and bettering yourself. Just seeking out Master Roshi and completing his training, competing in the martial arts world tournament and trying to win it seems like it will be a reasonable goal. And if you complete that goal, there really is no ceiling. You can keep going higher and higher and gain more and more power and people to fight against, because after all,
this is true.
and
Yo, shout out a reference in OG Dragon Ball. You a real one, bro. That's some real stuff. That's ball knowledge. I respect it.
so many other goals to fulfill outside of combat and strength. There are so many places to explore around the world, like Korin's Tower, or this underwater pirate base, this rabbit dude terrorizing a village. The world of early Dragon Ball has such an open world RPG feel where you just...
It does, bro. Early Dragon Ball is like... If you've ever played Bue's Fury, you know what I'm talking about, bro. It's like open world RPG, explore. OG Dragon Ball, like, I love the adventure aspects of early Dragon Ball. Obviously, after we're going band for band with every other aspect, I think Z's the best iteration of Dragon Ball, but you know what I'm saying? I think Dragon Ball's messages and it's just exploration, I think that is just, I think it's fantastic. I think it's honest to God fantastic.
Never know what you're gonna find next. And of course there's the Dragon Balls themselves. As we see from the Peel Off and Red Ribbon arc, this is the perfect goal because you gain so many different things from it. You get stronger along the way and learn new techniques, meet new friends and companions, and get to travel the world. And at the end, you can wish for whatever you want. And I know exactly what I'd wish for.
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh, okay, that's not
The
good.
feeling of constant progression, improvement, and exploration is something that I'm sure would feel incredible. Until some green bug guy
Until some green blood nigga just sucks you up. No pause. I'm not saying pause on that. I've watched the Cell Trials. Being in any city, I'm going in a rural community in Dragon Ball. If I go into these verses having ball knowledge, I'm going into a rural community. No universe do I want this guy in any scenario being near me.
shows up and sucks you dry. If I had to choose a winner, it will
I'm going Dragon Ball.
probably have to be One Piece. While there are a ton of downsides to living in the world of One Piece, probably even more so than Naruto, I think that's part of what makes the appeal of the upside so strong. Take Luffy for example. He doesn't want to find some big treasure or be famous, he wants to do the impossible. He wants to do what no one can do, even if it's dangerous. If it was easy and safe, it wouldn't be enticing. Finding pirate crew members that will actually stay loyal in the long run is very rare, but it's possible. Making it as a pirate in the world of all of these crazy powerful characters is hard, but possible. Visiting all of these different islands without dying is extremely difficult, but possible. And that's
True.
ultimately what made me choose One Piece. Goals. Humans need goals and dreams they strive towards in order to feel alive, and not just exist. Long-term goals give structure to your life. It gives meaning to the repetition. Without it, you're just going through the motions.
Going through the motions. You gotta choose something difficult as fuck, bro. Like I said, 100K by the end of the year. Is it difficult? Yes, but you know what I'm saying? Difficulty improves you. Even if you don't reach your goal, look at where you are now, my nigga. You like that.
And again and again. Of course, Naruto has a huge goal he tries to achieve, but the only reason he has that goal is because of a deeply personal reason that came about due to his circumstances growing up, and that's why that story works so well. And while there are goals in Dragon Ball 2, like I mentioned earlier, they're not as clear-cut and a bit more abstract. In fact, a lot of the side characters in Dragon Ball give up on martial arts and just kind of start chilling instead. In One Piece, I will be able to choose my goal and journey 100% myself, meaning I can make it exactly as difficult as I want it to be, and that to me is the ultimate freedom.
それが俺の夢の果てだ。
I will say that Dragon Ball definitely was a close second place, especially so because the world building in Dragon Ball is so good. At least it was early on. Later it kind of falls off a little bit, so
Yeah, I think Dragon Ball's world building is underrated, but I do think Super does have issues with world building to an extent. It definitely did open up the world more, but I feel like later Dragon Ball could have done more for its world building. But with that being said, this is a very good video by Kumo Bear. I'm actually gonna like this one. This is really good. But with that being said, stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay blessed. Shout out Kumo Bear, and it's your boy Jay, and I'm out.